perfect time for a conversation with Father Matt Frisbee. Good morning to you, Father Matt. How are you this morning?
All right, Father.
Hey, good morning, Dave and Ron. Good to be with you.
Good to have you with us, Father.
Absolutely.
So Texas Tech, are we happy about that or not?
Well, yeah, that's right. So Texas Tech and Brendan Sorsby mutually agreeing to part ways. I think this is one of the things for Texas Tech. They realized they were in some big trouble with their conference, possibly the NCAA, and so they were willing to cut bait and get rid of Brendan Sorsby. And I think for him too, he knew it was going to be a difficult year. If as soon as he threw an interception, especially at a timely moment in a game, fans would probably be all over him, suspecting him of throwing the game. Now we have Brendan Sorsby probably going into trying to get into the supplemental draft. A friend of mine texted me yesterday and said that he'd be willing to give up a fourth-round pick for him. I said, no way would I. I don't want to touch this guy at all.
No.
With any draft pick, because you can't. The guy clearly has a gambling addiction, and that's unfortunate. And it's
unfortunately, he's going to end up in the Arena League in Hungary. Or Turkey or something. I mean, there's no way. You can't legitimately take this guy after what's been found out. But you are the great source for news. I didn't realize they had separated, that Texas Tech had separated Brendan Sorsby from them. That's news to me. Nicely done.
I just saw that on ESPN. I think it was this morning.
Oh, wow. Finally,
Maybe
because they've been fighting for him, and I think they finally made the right decision.
Well, I think they just probably saw that there was a big backlash from Big 12 teams, and I think there was a chance that you had a lot of teams that were just going to refuse to play them in football.
Right.
And they probably have a pretty good roster built. I mean, they have spent a lot of NIL money in football. And we saw they were one of the top 4 teams in the seeding of the college football playoff. They're probably thinking, we again want to keep going with this, and Sorsby could really have thrown that off for them. So we'll see.
Well, I know they're really whipping up a lot of hype and trying to get us all interested in the World Cup. I have a hard time embracing it. I don't know. I just maybe I should care more about the World Cup, but it's not my sport, I don't think.
I've never watched soccer. As we talk about like the NBA, not watching that much, I watch NBA far more than I watch soccer. So I am not interested one iota in soccer. And I think back to a year ago, there was a meme on the internet after Pope Leo was elected Pope. And, of course, most of the rest of the world calls soccer football. We, of course, call football football and soccer soccer. Right. And the meme had Pope Leo coming out onto the loggia after his election, and the caption said, "From now on, it's going to be called soccer."
I love that.
Yeah. So I've not watched one iota of soccer World Cup. I intend to watch absolutely none of it because, well, we've got baseball going on, NBA Finals. We should just note really quickly on this, the Knicks, I said this last week, I think the week before, we were all told, all the talking heads, all the pundits basically said that the Western Conference Finals between the Spurs and the Thunder was the real NBA Finals. Whoever won that was going to easily win the Finals. And we saw now that wrong. All the talking heads, all the pundits, they were wrong. The Knicks won in the gentleman's sweep, 4-1. It was amazing. And I didn't see too many of these games. I might turn it on at some point, and I should have left them on. But you'd see the Spurs up big in the first half. 15 points, 20 points, maybe even pushing 30 points. And you think like, oh, geez, oh, Pete. And then the Knicks found a way, come back in all those games that they were down and win just about, nearly all of them. So their first championship since 1973. It's been a while. The Spurs have won a ton since 1999. So good for the Knicks. We've got, hockey. Carolina beat Vegas 4-2 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Two teams that don't even play in cold climates. That makes no sense for hockey.
Yeah, the Spurs Knicks series was crazy. Like the Spurs could never get up to a score that you felt comfortable with because you knew the Knicks were coming back, and they did it every single time. I don't know what the Spurs are going to do, but they need a closer. They need to bring back Dennis Rodman or something. I mean, I don't know, but they're missing one piece for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and we kind of started with gambling with Brendan Sorsby, and you hate to bring it back, but I was talking with someone the other night, and you do have to wonder, how much of these games are rigged.
Oh, wow.
How can you be up? Yeah, now there's no proof of it,
right.
So we don't want to get too conspiratorial or anything like that. But how can you be up over and over again, 20 points, 25 points, and blow these leads? So it does. With all the stuff that we see online, or not just online, but all the commercials that we have, all the in-game promos that deal with sports gambling, you can't help but wonder at times how much of this is being rigged, how much of this is being thrown, all of the above. The sports gambling thing is not good.
No, it's not. And it seems to be as wild, wild west as college football right now. Somehow, some of it's going to have to be under control. Yeah. And all the sports gambling stuff runs through the leagues themselves. They've got all their spokesmen out there speaking on behalf of sports gambling and halftime shows. And it's just crazy.
And, of course, everybody who's a Guardians/Indians fan holding their breath because we're without Jose Ramirez for a while.
Yeah, broken handmade bone again in his other hand. So we'll see what they can do without him.
Yep. Well, they play tonight, so we'll see.
They play the Brewers, who have a starting pitcher who throws regularly 104 miles an hour on Thursday. That'll be tough.
Father Matt Frisbee, thanks. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, Father.
Thank you. God bless.